was the last time you saw Linda?
On Monday when I left the house.
Where did you go?
I went shopping.
Did you take anyone with you?
No, I went by myself.
Really?
Really? You don't believe me? I have the receipt. It's even dated.
Okay. I will let you know about the developments of the case.
So, what do we have here?
Green Linda, 19. She's missing for 48 hours. We have the sister. Green Megan, 21. She's room 1. And we have the boyfriend, Miller Steve, 22. He's the room 2.
Alright, I guess we can just collect the info we couldn't lose.
I don't know, Carter. There is something strange about this.
What? He's a Muslim terrorist who sold his girlfriend to ISIS or something?
Come on, I'm serious.
Okay, you know what? I'll just talk to her boyfriend, you kick back and relax, okay? So, what were you doing Monday afternoon?
Monday afternoon, I don't know, probably playing video games.
What video game?
2K17, it's a basketball game.
Oh, you like basketball? You play?
Yeah, every now and then. Do you?
I'm not much of a player myself. So, when was the last time you saw Linda?
Sunday night we came back from hanging out with some friends, then I dropped her off at her place. Then Monday morning we text, she was hanging out at her house, and then she never replied.
So, how did you two meet?
We met at a college party. A friend introduced us. She used to be very friendly.
Used to be?
I mean, she was. I mean, that night.
Okay. Do you know a place where she might be, a place where she likes to go alone, away from everyone?
Sometimes she goes on road trips when she's fighting with her sister. Those two are really competitive. Or when she's stressed out about school.
Did you get anything?
Maybe there was some tension between them. He sounded sort of bitter. And, yeah. He doesn't have an alibi. He was playing video games.
And did he say anything about her?
He said the relationship was great, you know, that kind of thing.
How can he be so calm? I mean, his girlfriend is missing for 48 hours.
Oh, yeah, it's always the boyfriend.
You think she was killed too?
Okay, the thing is, I don't know, okay? So far we have a missing girl who sometimes just drives away and then comes back.
And he says she did it.
Yeah, he said she sometimes goes on road trips, you know, to just clear her mind or whatever. Is her car home?
No, also missing.
Better have it. Ask your sister about it, she probably just confirmed it.
Can I get you anything? Water? Coffee?
No, I'm good.
What do you think about your sister's relationship?
What? Her relationship? Oh, yes, it's good. I mean, Steven is great and he's very kind and everything.
Did you notice any friction between them?
No, not really. I mean, I don't hang out with them when they are together.
And your sister, when she go in her road trips, she take you, Steve, or anyone? Road trips? Yeah, when she go out like this.
Oh, no, not really.
Okay, Megan, listen to me. If you know something, you better tell me now. Because if I found out you knew anything you didn't tell me, you were gonna get...
Stop that. I'm telling everything I know, damn it. I can't believe I'm getting into this because of Linda. She just show up like nothing happened, like nobody needs to sit in a fucking interrogation room.
Dominguez, can I talk to you for a second?
Yeah, sure.
You're right, they found the body.
What?
Yeah. Some miles away from the city, she was killed next to her car. One shot in the head, around 75 feet away.
Any fingerprints in the car?
Nope, just her own. No murder weapon either. I think you're right. The boyfriend is way too cold about this.
And no alibi.
Right? I don't know. But why would he kill her?
Maybe he got her pregnant.
I'll call the lab later if she was pregnant.
Yeah, but the sister, she looks very tense about the situation.
Think it might be a sham?
Carter Dominguez,
Captain Hildebrand?
aqui just Armin confessing the murder.
Brown Oliver, 18, no prior convictions. First semester at Princeton, at engineering school.
Let me guess, the popular hottie at school didn't give a shit about you, hooked up with the team captain and just couldn't handle it, right? If it's not me, it's nobody. Am I guessing it right?
See, it's funny how sometimes things work. I never just stumble upon myself. The most important things in life never comes unannounced. Love, life, disease, death. You see them in movies, television. People tell you about them, you read about them in books. It's like the character of a story, the rules of a game. A dream that you cannot wake up until dawn breaks. When they do come for real, they come like the sound of thunder during a storm. You were expecting it. You just didn't know it would be so sudden, so loud, so scary. Love, you're never totally free and never totally bound. Sometimes it's like a memory that the more you try to remember, the further away it goes. Life, we want many masks along the way. A game of hide and seek. Disease and death. Everything must come to an end. The hero of the movie at the end, living in town under sunset, gives you the feeling that there will be ever after. There's no ever after. At the end of the movie, we're filled with remorse, regret, rage. I ended this life out of jealousy, and for that I must end my own.
Can I rewind you? What the fresh hell was that?
I don't know, but he might have done it.
Oh yeah, he's completely nuts, let me tell you that.
Wait,
Dominguez, what are you doing? What are you doing?
come here. I knew it. I fucking knew it. You could hit a bottle some feet away from you. How could you hit a target 5 feet away?
Oh my god, I can't believe it. See, impeded investigation gets you into serious trouble. Let's go.
Oh no, it's not going anywhere. Oliver, you have to be very careful here, because you're in a very delicate situation. You either tell us everything you know, but things are going to look very bad on your side.
Fine. I was lying when I said it was wrong with Linda.
It was Megan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we go for her too.
Please, Carter.
Sorry.
When I heard she was at the police station, I freaked out, okay? Could have said the thought of her going to jail justly.
Wait, unjustly.
Since Linda cheated on Steven, he's been acting very weird, okay? I was afraid he was going to do something, then he did.
But how did you know she was under the risk of getting arrested?
Oliver, if you know something, you might as well just tell us now.
I'm telling you the truth, okay? Ever since Linda cheated on Steven, he's been acting very weirdly. I was afraid he was going to do something, and then he did. He probably used his own gun.
He has a gun?
Yeah, a pistol.
Well, if the ballistic says so, we have our killer.
Okay, Oliver, let's hope you are telling the truth. I just need your phone to get the IMEI code.
Yeah, sure.
Whoa, that's a lot of voice messages you have from Megan here.
Oliver, I just did something terrible. I don't know why. I'm scared. I don't want this to be that. I don't want to go to prison. I never thought it was going to get to this point. But I did it. I can't believe I killed Linda. Oliver, you can't let this happen to me. You just can't.
That was unexpected.
What did you say earlier? A girl who sometimes just drive away and then comes back?
Ha, ha, ha. No, but you're right. The IMEI code. I was like, what the hell is she doing, right? But how did you know there was something off?
Oh, Steve is great. I never hang out with them when they are together. Come on, she's crazy about him. Can barely hide it.
Yeah, but killing her own sister because of him.
If the cheating story is true, Oliver was just popular. Steve would never accept be left behind. She had to do something, and who better than the older sister, who was crazy about him, dreaming with him day and night. With Linda out of picture, Megan would be free to be with Steve.
Yeah, but then he was planning on getting her arrested and getting rid of that psycho.
Exactly. And he was just not counting with Oliver, who jumped in and ruined everything.
Yeah, the poor kid. Well, we all have been through this not being loved back situation. Just do stupid shit.
I guess.